Tony, we need to talk. You won't believe just what happened.
Oh, for God's sakes. I'm at work, Connie. I'm really busy, and the last thing I wanted to see was a random text from my wife saying, we need to talk. You're lucky enough to have a job that gives you weekends off, but some of us aren't so fortunate.
I know that, but this is important. Your mother is being absolutely terrible to me.
Ugh, again? What is it with you two? It seems like you're having some stupid argument every other day lately.
That's what I want to know. It's not like I'm going out of my way to argue with your mom. We used to get along just fine. She was always sweet and kind to me. But lately, she comes out of nowhere and acts incredibly rude to me. I'm not just gonna sit back and take it.
There's always two sides to every story, Connie. You probably did something to make my mom mad. You're just not conscious of it.
I have tried so hard to think of something that I might have done to offend her. But I'm still interacting with her the same way I always have. She's the one who changed, not me.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Setting that aside for now, what's the problem today?
I told you that I was going to go meet up with my friend Chelsea today, right?
Oh, was that today?
Yes, Tony, it was. So I was getting dressed and putting my makeup on when your mom comes along and demands I take her shopping instead.
Is that all? Did you consider maybe just, telling her no?
I did tell her no. And that was enough to send her into a furious tirade. She was calling me every name you could imagine, telling me I'm the most useless woman she's ever met. And you know what she said next? She said, verbatim, if Tony didn't take you, then no man ever would have. You had better show us the respect that we deserve, or else. Well, I was not going to stand for that, so I went ahead and gave her a piece of my mind, too. It just turned into a massive shouting match until I realized that I was running late for my date with Chelsea. So I just ignored her and locked myself in our room. Ugh, she ruined an otherwise pleasant day.
Man, why do I always have to mediate between you two? Look, Connie, my mom just got mad. She gets mad sometimes. And when she gets mad, she says things she doesn't mean. We all do it.
This isn't a sometimes thing, Tony. It's all the time. Every single day, she finds something to criticize me about. I'm working myself to the bone doing all the cooking and cleaning while still having my own job. So I don't know where she gets off telling me that I'm useless.
Okay, well, maybe she went a little overboard this time.
Tony, she is your mother, and I am your wife. You need to talk to her. You think she's going overboard? Then go and tell her that. Tell her to be nicer to me.
Frankly, I'd rather swallow an entire spool of barbed wire than get between you two. Whatever your problem is with my mom is, well, it's between you and her. Leave me out of it. Talk to her yourself.
I have been trying to talk to her about this, but she won't listen. That's why I'm asking you to help me.
You're an adult, Connie. You can take care of your own problems. This has nothing to do with me, and I want to keep it that way.
Tony, I have to say, you've been acting pretty cold toward me lately, too.
Oh boy, here we go again. You're coming around to play the victim card again. Do you have any idea how it feels to have you constantly venting about my mom to me?
I know it's not what you want to hear, but again, I'm your wife. I need your support. And I need your affection, too. You've barely even been looking at me lately.
What is it now, Connie?
We're 31 years old already, Tony. Don't you think, isn't it about time we thought about having kids?
Alright, that's it. I am not talking to you about this while I'm at work. We'll talk later.
How many times have I heard that before? You always say, we'll talk later, but then later comes around and you take a shower and go straight to sleep.
I said I'm done, Connie. We're not talking about a love life now, and I'm not gonna get between you and my mom. For the last time, talk to her yourself.
fine. Hey there, Chelsea. I'm really sorry, but I'm running kind of late. I'll still be able to come and see you, but I'm gonna be a little while. Aw, that's too bad. But don't sweat it, I can wait. Is something wrong? It's less something and more someone. My mother-in-law randomly barged into my room and demanded I drive her to the store. And since turning her down is only going to make my life harder than it needs to be, I'm gonna drop her off at the store, then head over to your place. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. But where's Tony? Harriet is his mom. Why can't he take her to the store? Tony's at work today, so he can't do it. On a Saturday? Huh, that sucks, but I guess he can't help it. But yeah, like I said, don't worry about it. I'll be ready to go whenever you get here. I'm really sorry. This is the first time we've been able to meet up in ages, but now I've got to drag this baggage along with me. It would have been one thing if she had talked to me about this before, but she just barged in and started barking orders. Like, Connie, get the car and drive me to the drugstore. I need to pick up a prescription. Oh, it's her medication? I guess that's kind of important. Yeah, but that's just the thing. I looked at her medicine bottles and they're all still at least half full. I don't know what it is, but lately she's been turning more and more into an evil caricature of a mother-in-law. Like something out of a soap opera. Things have been so stressful around here. Did you try talking to Tony? Maybe he'd tell her off for you. Nope, I tried that. He's not being cruel to me like his mother is. He's just acting cold and indifferent to me. What's the matter with that guy? He needs to get his priorities straight. I think I might just have to have a little talk with this Tony character about how he's treating my best friend. Tell you what, why don't you bring him along and we'll go out for drinks one of these nights? I'll let him have it once I'm a few beers in. Actually, when I think about it, we haven't all been together since your wedding. Wow, really? Yeah, I think you're right. Man, that means it's been 5 years since we've done that. That's kind of sad to think about. We used to hang out all the time back in college, just the three of us. Yeah, but what can you do? That's just part of growing up. Yeah, you're right. Just imagine what it's gonna be like if I have a kid. We won't see each other for 18 years. Okay, let's get one thing straight. I don't want you holding off on having kids just so we can hang out more often, capiche? I know, that's not what I meant. And speaking of which, did you get that test thing done? Are the results in yet? Yeah, actually, and apparently I'm all clean. No problems with anything anywhere. I see. And what about Tony? What about Tony indeed? I've tried to ask him if he wants to get tested, but he always says he's either too busy or too tired. Which just so happens to be the same excuse he uses at night. What's the matter with that guy? He married you, so I assume that means he likes girls. This is a really important part of a married couple's life, and he's just not interested? To tell the truth, that's what it seems like to me. It's like he doesn't even see me as a woman anymore. Ever since his mom has started acting worse to me, Tony's been pulling farther and farther away from me too. Unbelievable. Well, hold that thought right there. You just focus on getting over here as soon as possible. You can fill me in on all the lurid details once you're here, okay? Thanks a lot, Chelsea. Well, the Wicked Witch of the West is calling for me, so I'm gonna hit the road now. I'll let you know once I drop her off. Got it! Oh, and remember, if you get in an accident on the way, make sure you crash into something on the passenger side of the car. Well, Connie, have you started getting your things packed yet? Why would I be getting my things packed? Oh, I simply thought that by now, maybe you would have given up the ghost and decided to stop taking up space in my house. I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you mean, taking up space? I see I have to spell out everything for you. I'm saying that I neither need nor want a miserable excuse for a woman like you in my house any longer. You've worn out your welcome, Connie. I was hoping that I had made that clear already, but apparently you're more dense than I thought. I don't believe this. You're trying to get me to move out? What's the matter with you? I haven't done anything to deserve you treating me like this. Shameless, utterly shameless. Are you really going to stand there and act like you've done nothing wrong? I'm not acting, it's the truth. I'm doing my best to please you. I cook, I clean, I work, but that's not enough for you? What more could you possibly want from me? You think this is about housework? Please spare me. Think, Connie, I know it's difficult for you, but think. What is the single most important duty for a wife? What? I don't know. Yeah, if you say it's not about housework, then I guess I really just don't know. So, you tell me, Harriet. What is the single most important duty for a wife? I'm talking about children! Oh, okay. Wow, that makes everything a lot clearer now. Well, I'm glad you finally got with the picture. It's now been 6 years, 6 whole years since you and Tony got married. And yet you haven't even had one single child in all that time. I'm a patient woman, but even I have my limits. I have no intentions to support a barren woman for the rest of her pointless life. You have no right to talk to me like that. I want to have kids even more than you want me to have them. So don't sit on the sidelines and pretend like I'm the one who's at fault here. Good heavens, you vile woman! Are you implying that Tony is the reason that you haven't had children? Let me put it to you this way. I have made my desire to have children very clear to Tony. I've made myself available to him more than most wives do. But he's the one who's not taking me up on the offer. Yuck! Such a scandalous way to talk about your husband. But you can't possibly blame Tony for not being interested in you. It's your fault for being such a charmless, unattractive woman. Not gonna lie, that insult falls flat coming from you, Harriet. That sort of snotty back-talking makes you even less attractive, you little brat. You're only proving my point. If you had made more of an effort to keep Tony attracted to you, maybe then he'd be more interested in being intimate. You can get as mad at me as you like for saying it, but it's the plain and simple truth. Tony just isn't attracted to you. He was when we got married. We were both madly in love with each other back then. Yes, Tony was mad, all right. He was utterly mad to have married the likes of you. There are so many lovely, wonderful, and fertile women in this world, but he had to go and choose you. You know what? I'll bet he felt sorry for you. That's right, he felt like no one else besides him would marry you, so he did. He married you out of pity. That's so like Tony. He's always been such a kind and considerate boy. I have never in my life had anyone talk to me like you are right now, Harriet. I'm sick and tired of it, and I won't take it anymore. I'm sorry. Do you think this is just me venting my personal frustrations with you? Well, think again. Tony agrees with every single thing I've said to you today. I don't believe you for 1 second. Believe it or not, you'll find out his intentions soon enough. He tells me that he wants to divorce you. Again, Harriet, I do not believe you. Pitiful girl, you're so afraid to accept reality. He wants children, but he tied himself down to a woman who's as barren as a volcano. Don't you think he'd rather ditch his useless wife and marry another woman? Any other woman? You're lying to hurt me, but it's not going to work. You don't have to take my word for it. Why don't you try asking Tony yourself? Once you do that, be a dear and don't put up a fight. Just sign the divorce papers and be on your way. I want my poor son to be free to marry a better woman as soon as possible. Not just that, I want you out of my house immediately. Fine, I'll talk to Tony and see what he says. Tony, if you have a free moment, I'd like to talk to you.
How many times, Connie? How many times have I had this conversation with you? Do not bother me when I am at work. Whatever stupid thing you want to talk to me about, it can wait until later.
I'll make it quick and get straight to the point. Your mom told me that you want to divorce me. Is that true?
God damn it, she went and told you?
Tony, no. You mean she was telling the truth?
This is not what I wanted to deal with today. Yes, Connie, it's true. I'm tired of dealing with your stupid fights with my mom. I'm tired of your constant texts while I'm at work. I'm tired of you, Connie. If you have this much trouble getting along with my mom, then you're not worth having around. Everyone will be happier if we break up. My mom will be happy without you around. You'll be happy without my mom around. I'll be happy to finally have some peace and frickin' quiet at home.
I don't believe this. You really don't have any feelings left for me? None at all? I've never stopped loving you, Tony. Not even for a second.
Oh, for the love of God, can you please not do this? I don't know how much more straightforward I can be. I don't want to see your face anymore. I don't want to hear your voice anymore.
Okay, Tony. Thank you for being honest with me. I guess this means that it's over between us, then. I'll leave.
You mean you're not gonna fight the divorce? Oh, thank God for that.
I'll start packing up my things immediately. We'll have to set up a meeting later on with a mediator to discuss the finer details.
Yeah, I'll leave all that to my lawyer. Goodbye, Connie. You were pretty useless as a wife, but at least you're being cool about divorcing me. Could you be gone by the time I get home from work?
As you wish. Goodbye, Tony.
Have a nice life.
Connie, you've got some explaining to do. Oh, no. Well, hello there, Harriet. So, to what do I owe the pleasure of receiving this random message from my ex-mother-in-law? I just got off the phone with a friend of mine who told me she saw you in town the other day. Okay, congratulations. I don't understand why you'd be texting me about that. I'm not finished. She told me that you were pushing around a baby in a stroller. And it gets worse. She hadn't heard that you and Tony were divorced, so she told me congratulations. Do you have any idea how awkward a position that put me in? I had no idea what to say to her. Are you asking me for a suggestion? You could always, tell her the truth. I don't need any suggestions from you, just answers. Tell me, Connie, did you really have a baby? Not that it's any of your business, but yes, I did. He was born almost a year ago. I can't believe it! Why would you hide this from me? Excuse me? I wasn't hiding anything from you. Tony and I are divorced, remember? That means you're not my mother-in-law anymore. And since there's nothing connecting us anymore, I don't see why I should go out of my way to let you know. But you got remarried so soon! Once again, that's no business of yours. I am free to do whatever I want with whomever I want, whenever I want, and wherever I want. I don't need to ask for your permission or give you a progress report. But, I thought you couldn't have children. Yeah, I know that's what you thought. After all, you kinda told me directly that you wanted Tony to divorce me because of that. But you were wrong. I got tested while Tony and I were still married. The results said that I was perfectly healthy down there, with no problems whatsoever. But if that's true, then why could you never get pregnant? Haven't you ever heard the expression that it takes two to tango? I told you before, Tony wasn't interested in doing his part in order to get me pregnant. I'll bet that if we stayed married, I would never have had kids for the rest of my life. And that's your fault for not making him interested. Yeah, I heard all this before. You think I wasn't making enough of an effort to make myself appealing to him, right? Well, you're free to think whatever you want about me. I don't care in the slightest anymore. But let me ask you a question, Harriet. What about Tony? Is he still single, or has he remarried too? Well, he hasn't met the right person yet. Is that so? That's a shame. It's ironic though, isn't it? If Tony hadn't married me, I never would have gotten married. But it looks like you got that backwards. Don't you dare insult my Tony like that! Don't shoot the messenger. I mean, just look at what happened since we got divorced. I got remarried pretty quickly, but Tony is still single. That makes it pretty clear to me which of us had more options than the other. You spiteful, vile little harpy! You think you're something special just because you had a child, hmm? Well, just you wait. Your new husband will get tired of you before too much longer. Then you'll have been kicked out by 2 different men. You're in for a life of nothing but pain and misery, Connie, which is exactly what you deserve. I don't know about that, Harriet. Between the two of us, I think you're the one that has more trouble coming your way. And just what makes you think that? You know what? Never mind. I don't want to hear it. You'll just spout some nonsense, no doubt. I'm done with this conversation. Goodbye.
Hey Chelsea, you there? I had a question for you.
What do you want?
I heard that Connie got remarried and had a kid. Is that true?
What difference does it make to you? You're divorced. Done. Through. It's over. You're nothing to her anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know that's true. But I'm just curious, you know?
If you must know, then yeah, it's true. After you two got divorced, she met her new husband and got married pretty soon, and then her son was born a year later. I've gone to their place a few times to see him, and he is an absolute doll. Connie seems like she's super happy with her new life.
Wow, really? She actually got married already.
Oh God, no, Tony. Do not tell me that you were thinking about getting back together with her. Tell me you're not that much of a pathetic moron.
I don't know, it's just that I kind of started to regret divorcing her.
Oh my God, Tony! You are so utterly shameless! I can't believe I used to hang out with you. Did you completely forget about what you did to her? You teamed up with your mom to drive your wife out of your house. And now you think that after all that, you're gonna go crawling back to her, she'll forgive you, and you'll live happily ever after? This is real life, Tony, not a fairy tale.
Look, I had a lot of stuff going on back then, alright? I was totally swamped with work. Every day felt like a chore, just getting up, getting dressed, and going into the office. And then when my mom and her started fighting and she expected me to referee for them, I just couldn't be bothered.
Well then, I guess you got your wish. You divorced her, so you'll never have to deal with her and your mom fighting again. I hope I don't need to tell you that your mom was the reason all those fights happened.
It was about us not having kids, wasn't it?
That's exactly what it was. I don't know why she got mad at Connie about that. You were the one who was completely uninterested in being intimate with your own wife.
And she had some kind of test done on her, right?
Yep, and the results came back clean for her. She was perfectly capable of having a baby, if only you were willing to do your part. Or who knows, maybe you're the one with issues down there, Tony. What makes you so sure? You never got tested. But Connie never got pregnant even back when you did have a love life, so she thought maybe you had some issues.
Really?
Yes, really. She told me about it. She asked you to get tested along with her, but you said no, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I think I remember her saying something like that.
I asked her straight up, Tony. If you find out that Tony can't have kids, will you divorce him? And you know what she said next? She said that there was no way she would ever leave you.
Did she really say that about me?
It's appalling that you're so surprised by this. Connie loves kids. She's always wanted to have kids, since as far back as I can remember. But she loved you most of all. She loved you so much that she'd stay with you even if you couldn't give her any kids. That's how much you meant to her, Tony. That's how much she cared about you. You have no idea how much of your mom's abuse Connie put up with, all because she didn't want to hurt her relationship with you. She cried out to you for help so many times. But did you ever answer her cries? Did you ever defend her to your mom? No! You at best ignored her, and more often than not, you actually took your mom's side.
I guess maybe I did do that.
So then you get it, right? You have no right to want to get back together with her. And another thing, I'm not friends with you, not anymore, not after what you did to Connie. So don't just randomly text me out of the blue like we're still on good terms. Got it?
Yeah, I got it. Sorry, Chelsea. Hey, Connie. How are things?
How are things? That's how you lead into your first text to me 2 years after our divorce? What do you want, Tony?
Well, I heard a couple days ago that you got remarried, and you have a kid now.
Yeah, I know. You texted Chelsea about that 2 days ago, right? So what are you texting me for? Seriously, Tony, you're not actually serious about trying to get back together with me, are you?
No, trust me. That's not what this is all about. I just wanted a chance to talk to you. You see, back when we got divorced, I was under a ton of pressure at work. I was constantly getting screamed at by my boss. Deadlines were tight. It was a mess. And among that, I lost sight of a lot of important things. Things like you and our marriage. I completely disregarded your feelings, Connie. And I wanted to say that I'm sorry.
Really? You're apologizing? Why? What do you think you're going to accomplish by apologizing to me now? We're not getting back together, Tony. So don't waste your time apologizing. It's not going to do you any good.
Yeah, I know. I just realized that you really cared about me. You genuinely loved me in spite of the way I was treating you.
Okay, so then this is just about closure for you? You want to get all this stuff off your chest?
Yeah, you could say that. I know it's too late. But I realized that if I had stood up for you back then, if I had listened to you, if I had stopped you from walking out the door, then maybe things would have gone differently.
No, I don't think they would have. Our marriage was already over, even before that. We would have gotten divorced sooner or later.
Why would you say that?
Because you were out there looking for other women. I know that you had registered for a couple dating apps.
What? But I never...
Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I had you looked into, and you're right. At the time of our divorce, you hadn't been unfaithful to me. But the mere fact that you had signed up for those apps told me that if we had stayed married, you would have cheated eventually.
That's not true, Connie! You are the only girl for me.
Please, Tony, don't debase yourself like this. I know what this is really about. You haven't had any luck finding a new love in the last 2 years, so you're starting to miss me. Well, I have much better things to do than sit here listening to your regrets. Fire up one of those dating apps, find a woman, and get married. Or don't. It doesn't matter to me either way.
Right.
I should say, though, you might want to do your new wife the favor of not getting married to her. Any woman who marries you is going to end up regretting it. It's all because of your mother. That woman simply cannot think about anyone's feelings but her own. And you're too much of a pathetic weakling to stand up to her. My new husband is smart, strong, handsome, faithful, and loving. I'm happier than I ever thought I would be. So don't text me anymore. Don't call me anymore. Don't even try to write me a letter. I'm through with you. I've moved on. You need to do that too. And to help you out, I'm going to block your number right now. Goodbye, Tony. Connie, just what in the world do you think you're doing? I think I'm cleaning the dishes after lunch. What do you think you're doing, taking your Alzheimer's meds? Don't be cute with me, Connie. I just found out that you are suing me. I don't understand. What could you possibly be suing me for? Ah, so my lawyer served you. That's good to know. I figured I'd be hearing from you about that pretty soon. I'm still waiting for my explanation, Connie. Tell me what is going on here right this instant. I would be glad to walk you through it. Though, I have to ask, you really can't figure it out by yourself? For the last several months of my marriage to Tony, you were hurling all sorts of verbal abuse at me every single day. And in the end, you are the one who was the most responsible for me and Tony getting divorced. Does that make it clear to you? I'm suing you because, of course, I'm suing you. Nonsense! If you want to sue someone over your divorce, sue Tony, not me. We went through divorce mediation, and I already secured a larger than usual amount of alimony from him because of the way he treated me. My issues with him are settled. You, however, have yet to face the music for all your abuse and harassment. Baloney! Utterly ridiculous tripe! I never abused you or harassed you. Uh-oh, I think you've waited too long between doses of your Alzheimer's meds, Harriet. It's only been 3 years. Don't tell me you've forgotten what you did. I remember everything crystal clear. I don't have Alzheimer's. Sure, maybe I was the one who asked you to leave, but nevertheless. You didn't ask me. You ordered me. And that's not all you did, but I think you're aware of that. Then again, maybe you're really not. Maybe you genuinely don't realize how terrible your treatment of me was. There's nothing for me to realize. You're just making things up about me. Sorry, but you're not going to be able to use that defense against me. I was talking to my lawyer around the time Tony and I got divorced. I told him that I kept a journal detailing all the ways you abused and harassed me. You what? My lawyer told me that I could use that as evidence in a lawsuit against you. But this still doesn't make sense. If you really had that journal, then why did you wait this long to sue me? It's been 3 years. I wasn't intending to do this, Harriet. I met my husband soon after divorcing Tony. We fell in love, got married, and had our son all within a pretty short time. I was happy, and I had basically forgotten all about how miserable you made me. But when you texted me the other day, I remembered. Oh no! Oh no is right. If you had just minded your own business and kept your big mouth shut, I probably wouldn't have sued you. Listen, Connie, can't we talk about this? You don't need to dredge up our unfortunate past together. It's been 3 years after all. It might have been 3 years ago, but I remember it all like it happened just yesterday. But Connie, I don't have enough money to hire a lawyer, much less pay you any damages you receive. Then I guess you'll have no choice but to have Tony pay it all for you. Tony and I aren't speaking anymore. What? After you left, I did my best to find a new wife for Tony. But nothing I did worked. After a while, Tony started telling me that it was my fault that he was single. And, well, then things started gradually escalating until we had a real blowout fight. That was about a month ago. He moved out of the house that night, and I haven't heard from him since. I see. So you see, please, Connie, I can't possibly pay you anything. Your ability to pay what you owe me is not my problem. That's for you to figure out. Connie, what is the matter with you? How can you be so heartless? Heartless? Me? Let's talk about heartless, Harriet. When I was struggling with the stress of Tony and I not having any kids, what did you say to me? You said that I was a useless wife and that Tony wasn't attracted to me. But I put up with it because I had no choice. I just focused on my job and doing the housework as well as I could. But no matter how hard I worked and no matter how hard I tried, you never let up on me for 1 second. And now you're calling me heartless? Give me a break, Harriet. But maybe you're right about me. Maybe I am heartless. But this heartless woman is gonna leave you penniless. After my successful lawsuit against her, Harriet went around to her relatives to beg them for money to help pay off her debt to me. Somehow, she was successful and was able to come up with the full amount to make a lump sum payment. However, in the process, she had turned most of her family against her. None of them have anything to do with her anymore, and she now lives completely alone in her big, empty house. I understand that Tony is living by himself in an apartment downtown and is very active on multiple dating apps. He still hasn't managed to find a wife, though. He hasn't even gotten a second date. As for me, on the other hand, I'm as happy as I could possibly be with my new family. My breakup with Tony was without a doubt the most painful experience that I've ever been through. But then again, after going through all of that pain, sorrow, frustration, and humiliation, I met my wonderful husband and had my adorable son. When I think about that, it always serves as a reminder that I absolutely made the right choice to leave him. All of my business with Tony and Harriet is now settled, so I can finally forget about my past and focus on the future. And the future for me is looking brighter and brighter every day. Bethany, do you have a moment? There's something I need to talk to you about.
Oh, that's unusual. You don't usually come to me for advice.
Well, it's not about work. It's something personal.
Personal? And you think it's something you can discuss with an old woman like me?
Of course. I want to talk to you precisely because you're someone I trust and respect.
Well, I don't know how much help I'll be, but go on.
The thing is, I'm currently in a relationship.
Oh? Well, that's not surprising. You're beautiful, so of course you'd have a boyfriend.
But he's married.
What?
Yes, he has a wife.
Wait a second. Are you telling me you're involved in an affair?
I know how it sounds, but please hear me out. This isn't just some fling. We truly love each other. And he told me he's going to leave his wife for me.
I see. And what exactly is the problem?
His wife refuses to divorce him. She's clinging to him, even though he wants to be with me. If it weren't for her, we'd already be planning our future together.
Promise. Are you absolutely sure that's what he wants?
What do you mean?
I mean, is he really trying to leave her, or is he just saying that to keep you around?
That's not it at all. Brad truly wants to be with me. He's said so over and over again.
Wait, Nathan?
Oh, oops. That wasn't supposed to slip out.
Are you telling me that the man you're having an affair with is my husband?
I guess the secret's out now. Yeah, your husband and I are together, so, sorry about that.
What kind of joke is this?
It's not a joke, it's the truth. Your husband and I have a real connection, a deep love. But because you're still holding on to your title as his wife, we can't be together like we're supposed to be.
So you're telling me to just step aside?
It would really make things easier, yes. I mean, let's be honest. Nathan is an elite executive. Someone like him should be with a woman who matches his status. Someone young, beautiful, like me. Not a plain aging wife who's just clinging to the past.
We got married when we were young. Things were different then.
Even so, you have to admit, you don't really fit the role of a vice president's wife anymore. Wouldn't it be best to just sign the papers and move on?
You're seriously asking me to divorce my husband just like that?
Yes, it's really the best thing for everyone.
And you think I'm just going to take your word for it? That I'll believe my husband, has been cheating on me and wants to leave? We've been doing just fine. We have a life together.
That's what you think, but Nathan complains about you all the time. He tells me he's miserable, that he can't stand being stuck in a marriage that's long past its expiration date.
I don't.
Look, I didn't come here to fight. I just wanted to give you a little push in the right direction. It's time to move on. Him and I have a future to build, and you're just in the way.
You're awfully confident for someone who's asking me to give up my marriage.
Why wouldn't I be? I already have Nathan's heart. The paperwork is just a formality at this point.
And what if I say no? What if I refuse?
Oh, Bethany, I was hoping you'd be reasonable about this, but if you insist on dragging this out, well, it's only going to make things uglier.
Are you threatening me?
Not at all. I'm just saying things can either go smoothly or they can get messy. If you fight this, you'll only be prolonging your own humiliation. And trust me, once the truth comes out, it won't look good for you.
The truth? You mean the story you've spun in your head?
Think whatever you like. The fact remains, Nathan is leaving you. The sooner you accept that, the better.
I don't believe you, not without hearing it from him directly.
Then ask him. He won't lie to you. Well, maybe he will, just to spare your feelings, but in the end, he's mine.
I see. You're awfully smug for someone who had to steal another woman's husband.
Steal? Oh, no. Nathan was never really yours to begin with. I'm just claiming what was always meant to be mine.
I hope you're prepared for the consequences of what you're doing.
I'm not worried. Unlike you, I know how to keep a man interested.
You truly have no shame, do you?
Why should I? I won, didn't I?
We'll see about that.
Oh, we will. But just do yourself a favor and make this easy, okay? You'll save yourself a lot of trouble.
I wouldn't be so sure of that.
Well, it's your choice, but in the end, the result will be the same.
We'll see.
Bethany, how's the product development coming along? Everything on track?
Yes, we're making steady progress. I've been working closely with the team to ensure everything is on schedule. Of course, I take deadlines very seriously.
That's good to hear. I don't doubt your abilities, but you know how it is. Deadlines are deadlines. No matter how talented someone is, timing is everything in this industry. Make sure you don't fall behind.
I'll make sure everything stays on schedule.
That's what I like to hear. You're the ace of the product development team, Bethany. Everyone knows that. I expect nothing less than top-notch results from you.
I appreciate that. I'll do everything I can to contribute to the company's success.
Your dedication is admirable. I'm sure the vice president is also proud of your work. He must be pleased to have such a capable wife who also excels in her career.
Yes, that's what I thought too.
Huh? That's an odd response. Did something happen? You don't sound as confident as usual. Don't tell me you two had a fight.
No, nothing like that. Actually, my husband and I have never fought, not even once since we got married.
Never? Not even a small argument? Well, that's rare. Most couples butt heads every now and then. My wife and I argue all the time.
I know, right? People always assume we must have disagreements, but we never have. We've always respected each other's opinions and found ways to work things out without conflict.
That's impressive. If you've never fought, then what's the problem? From the outside, it sounds like you have an ideal marriage.
That's what I believed too, but now a serious issue has come up. I'm not sure how things will unfold from here.
A serious issue? What do you mean?
I can't go into too much detail just yet. Right now, it's just a suspicion. I don't have enough evidence to say anything for certain.
I see. That's a tricky situation. If you're not ready to talk about it, I won't pry. These kinds of things, they're best handled carefully. You don't want to jump to conclusions without being sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Honestly, I don't even know how much of it I should believe myself.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, it's a difficult situation. A part of me wants to believe it's nothing, that I'm overthinking things, but another part of me feels like I can't ignore what I've seen so far.
I get it. Sometimes our gut tells us something is off before we even have solid proof, but until you're sure, it's hard to know how to react.
Exactly. If I assume the worst and I'm wrong, I could ruin something that was never broken in the first place. But if I ignore it and it turns out to be true...
You could end up regretting it.
Yeah.
That's tough, Bethany. I won't pretend to know exactly what you're going through, but I do know one thing. Family matters are never simple. No matter how strong a relationship seems, unexpected things can shake it.
That's what I'm realizing.
Don't apologize for being vague. You don't owe anyone an explanation until you're ready. Just know that if you ever need to talk, I'm here.
Thank you. Depending on how things unfold, I might need to ask for some advice later.
Of course. Whatever happens, just put yourself first. At the end of the day, you're the one who has to live with the decisions you make. Don't let anyone pressure you into choosing a path that doesn't feel right.
That means a lot. It really does.
And Bethany, just remember, you're an important part of this company. No matter what's happening in your personal life, you've got people here who respect you, support you, and will always have your back.
That really means a lot. Thank you.
Jane, how's that discussion going? Have you been making progress with the divorce?
Yes, I've been having that conversation.
What? Are you serious? You're actually going through with it?
I confronted Nathan about you. And he admitted it. He told me everything about your relationship, about the affair.
Finally! He's been saying he'd get a divorce for so long, but now he's actually doing it. It took long enough.
So, just as you wanted, I'll go ahead and give him the divorce.
Good. Just make sure that once you're divorced, you don't go clinging on to Brad. He's moving on with me. We're going to be happy together, and I don't want you getting in the way.
Oh, don't worry about that. Any love I had for that cheating man is completely gone. You can have him. Do whatever you like.
Huh, as if I needed your permission. Nathan already chose me.
Well, now that you've got what you wanted, I assume we're done here. I have work to do.
Hold on a minute. Just because the divorce is settled doesn't mean everything is over.
What do you mean?
You, Nathan, and I all work at the same company. That's going to be inconvenient, don't you think?
For who?
For me, obviously. It would be so awkward seeing you around the office after all this. You should just quit.
Excuse me? Why would I be the one to leave? Why should I have to give up both my home and my career?
Because none of it was supposed to belong to you in the first place. You were never meant to be the vice president's wife, and you certainly weren't meant to be the top ace of the product development department. You sat in that high position all because you married Brad, even though you barely contribute anything. Honestly, I have no idea how anyone ever called you an ace. Oh wait, maybe they were just sucking up to you because you were the vice president's wife. Makes sense now. I bet a lot of people in the company were annoyed. So many talented people could have taken that position, but instead it was wasted on someone like you.
That's not true.
Oh, and where exactly does your confidence come from? I genuinely don't understand. The only reason you've lasted this long is because of Nathan. You don't actually have any skills, let's be real. All you ever do is sit at your desk, typing away at your computer, pretending to work. Tell me, have you actually developed anything recently? Anything meaningful?
I haven't released anything recently, but I am in the middle of an important project.
Pfft, excuses. How long does it take you to finish one thing? Years? That's laughable. A useless employee like you has no place in our company. You need to leave. I'm sure Nathan saw it too. That's probably why he got sick of you and came to me instead.
That's not true.
Oh, but it is. Now that I'm going to be the vice president's wife, I'll be taking control of the product development department as well. And soon enough, I'll be running this company exactly how I want.
You running the company? You haven't even done anything yet. What kind of results have you produced? You think you can just waltz in here and take over?
Oh, shut up. Who cares about results? When you hold the title of vice president's wife, you can do whatever you want, just like you did. And who knows, maybe one day Nathan will become the president and I'll be the vice president. No, better yet, I'll be the president's wife. Imagine that! I'll have this entire company in the palm of my hand.
So that's what this was about. You planned this from the beginning.
Of course. The current president is just an old man, but Nathan, he's still young, someone I could easily win over, and look how well it worked out. Now, do me a favor and hurry up and resign. If you won't leave willingly, I'll just have Nathan use his authority to fire you.
So, what you're saying is, even if I do quit, it wouldn't make a difference to you?
Obviously not. The sooner you're gone, the better.
Fine, if that's what you want.
So, you'll be handing in your resignation?
Yes, I'll be leaving.
Finally! This worked out perfectly for me!
I just told the department head that I'm quitting today.
Ha! That took way too long. You really dragged it out, didn't you? What was the point of that?
It wasn't like that. There were a lot of things to wrap up, you know. The divorce wasn't exactly simple, and I had the handover process to take care of as well. It's not like I was just procrastinating.
Well, now you're officially unemployed, right? That's a big change. I'm sure things are going to be tough for you now, but hey, good luck with it.
I'm not exactly thrilled about being unemployed, but I won't be struggling either. It's not like I'm going to be destitute or anything.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
I've worked hard at this company for a long time. I've saved up a decent amount of money over the years, and with the way things have been going lately, I'm not exactly in a bad spot.
I highly doubt that amount of money is anything to write home about. I mean, how much can you possibly have saved up?
You'd be surprised, but even if it's not as much as some people have, it's enough for me to manage. Plus, since the divorce is final, I'll be getting a share of the property division.
Hold on, property division? What are you talking about?
You know how it works. When a couple divorces, the law says that all assets earned during the marriage have to be split equally. That includes things like income, savings, and even investments. So I'll be getting my fair share of what we built together.
No way! Are you telling me Nathan's wealth is going to be halved? He worked hard for that money!
Yes, exactly. He was the vice president after all. He earned a decent salary, and everything he accumulated during the marriage is now up for division. So I'm getting a good chunk of that. Honestly, with what I'll get, I can live comfortably without needing to rush into another job.
Wait, that's insane! You're really going to take half of all that? Isn't that a bit much?
Well, think of it this way. It's not just about the money. It's about fairness. He was the one who betrayed me, and now I'm just claiming what's mine according to the law. Besides, I've got alimony coming my way too.
What? Alimony? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. He had an affair, and there are laws that protect people in situations like mine. He can't just walk away without facing some consequences for what he did.
Wait a second, if you get alimony and a share of Nathan's assets, you'll end up with more money than him, won't you?
That's the way it looks, and honestly, I don't really feel bad about it. He's the one who messed up, not me. But don't worry, I'm sure he'll bounce back quickly. He's the vice president. He'll make it all back in no time.
I guess that's true. But still, if you're gone now and Nathan and I get back together, well, I guess I can live with that. Maybe it's for the best.
It doesn't matter what you think, though. I'm getting what I'm entitled to. But just so you know, I'll be requesting alimony from you, too.
Wait, what? From me? Why on earth would you want alimony from me?
It's simple, really. You were part of the reason my family fell apart. You had a hand in destroying my marriage, so now you'll have to face the consequences, too. You can't just take away my chance at happiness and expect nothing to happen.
But I've already got everything I need. I have money. Why do you want more from me?
It's not about the money. It's about responsibility. You've got to pay for what you did, just like Nathan does. If I don't hold you accountable, then what's the point? This isn't just about making money off of you. It's about ensuring that what happened does not go unpunished.
This is just cruel. I never did anything to you directly. Why are you making me suffer like this?
You can think whatever you want, but in the end, I'm hiring a lawyer, and I'm filing the lawsuit. I'm going through with this, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. I'm going to make sure that you take responsibility for your actions.
You know, I don't really care. Nathan will probably just pay for it all anyway. He'll take care of it. It's no big deal.
Oh, really? Well, I'm glad you're at peace with that. But as for me, I've got things to do before I leave the company. There's a lot I need to finish up, and I don't want to leave things hanging.
Promise, do you have a moment?
Yes, Jake. Is something wrong? You sound upset.
It's not just that I'm upset, Promise. You've done something monumental here, something that could ruin everything we've worked for.
What are you talking about? Did I do something wrong?
I just got Bethany's resignation letter. When I asked her why she was leaving, she told me it was because of the affair between you and the vice president. She said she couldn't work with people like you anymore, and that she felt she had no choice but to leave.
I see. So that's what she said. I really am sorry, Jake. But yes, the truth is, the vice president and I were involved. We had an affair. But please understand, it wasn't just a casual fling. We were in love. We didn't plan it, but it happened. We truly care about each other, and it got to the point where we felt we couldn't keep pretending it wasn't there. I understand Bethany's feelings, but I think it was more than just the affair. It was also about her not being able to accept our relationship, and that's why she resigned. I believe that's what she meant.
You're telling me you don't feel the weight of what you've done? Bethany was a crucial part of this company, and you just let her walk away without a second thought?
I feel bad for Bethany, of course. I never wanted her to leave. But at the same time, Jake, this wasn't just about the affair. It was about following our hearts. It wasn't an easy decision, but sometimes people need to prioritize their own happiness. And I know that Bethany was hurt by this, but she's not the only one who had to make a choice.
You're making it sound so simple, but you have no idea what's going to happen to this company because of your actions. Don't you see that?
What do you mean? What's going to happen?
If Bethany leaves, it's a catastrophe. You're not seeing the full picture, Promise. She wasn't just an employee. She was the driving force behind our success.
But Jake, I don't understand. She was important, yes, but it's not like she was the only one contributing. We have a whole team. Surely we can manage without her.
That's where you're wrong. Bethany wasn't like the others. She wasn't just doing her job. She was creating something that would change the entire trajectory of this company. She developed the products that put us on the map. Her work was the backbone of our growth. Without her, we wouldn't be where we are today. Do you understand that?
Wait, what are you saying? I had no idea she was responsible for all that.
You wouldn't. She's not the kind of person to boast about her accomplishments, and it happened long before you even joined the company. Bethany kept a low profile, but everything we've achieved has been because of her. Do you know how much she changed things around here? Our sales, our reputation, it's all thanks to her. Now, if she leaves, we're looking at a major setback. You have no idea how crucial she is.
But she's not doing anything now. I haven't seen her working hard lately, so I don't see why it would matter if she quits.
That's exactly what you don't understand. Bethany wasn't just working on day-to-day tasks. She was in the middle of developing a new product, something that would secure our future for the next decade. You think she wasn't working, but she was involved in the kind of work that takes years to develop. It's not something that happens overnight.
Wait, so this new product is still in development?
Yes, and it was almost ready for launch. We were in talks with a partner who was willing to invest over $10 million into it. This wasn't some small project. This was a huge game-changing deal that could have secured our position in the market for years. But now with her leaving, it's all in jeopardy.
But if the development is almost finished, doesn't that mean it's done? I don't see how her leaving would change anything.
You're still not getting it! Bethany holds the patent for that product!
What? But doesn't the company own all patents?
Normally, yes, but the law is clear. If a product isn't finished during an employee's time with the company, the patent belongs to the individual who created it. If Bethany leaves now and finishes the product elsewhere, the patent goes to whatever company she works for next. We lose everything. That $10 million deal, gone. We won't be able to sell the product. The entire project could collapse.
Wait, you're saying she has that much power?
Yes, she has more power than you realize. And now because of you, everything she's worked for could be lost. The CEO is absolutely furious. And do you know what that means? You'll be held accountable for this. You can expect some severe consequences. Don't think you can just walk away from this.
Consequences? But I didn't want any of this to happen. I didn't plan for this.
Of course you didn't, but that doesn't change the reality. This is bigger than just your relationship. You've jeopardized the future of this company. There's no going back now. The board is going to be furious. The CEO will not let this slide, and I won't either.
Wait, what are you going to do? Is there any way to fix this?
It's too late for that, promise. You've made your choice, and now we all have to deal with the fallout. You should have thought about that before you got involved with the vice president. You've put us all in an impossible situation.
Bethany, can I talk to you for a moment?
What is it? I'm kind of busy right now.
I wanted to talk to you about your resignation. I think if I speak to Jake now, he might be able to reverse it. He'd probably let you stay if you ask him.
Well, I'm sure he would.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, he begged me not to leave. He asked me to reconsider, begged me to stay.
And you're still going to leave despite all of that?
Yes, I am. You did order me to leave after all.
I didn't give you an order, but I just thought you might be feeling pressured.
I appreciate you trying to look out for me, but the truth is, I've made up my mind. I'm not going to stay in a place like this any longer. I don't want to see your faces or anyone else's here ever again.
Wait, maybe this isn't the right decision. Don't you think you should reconsider?
What do you mean by that?
I know you're going through a lot right now, what with the divorce and all, but leaving the company? I'm just worried about you. It's going to be difficult, don't you think? Your whole life will change, and the transition might be harder than you think.
I told you money isn't a concern for me.
But you've always loved your job. You've always been so passionate about your work here. Don't you think being without it would be unbearable?
You're right, I do love my work here, but it's not just about the job anymore. It's about not having to deal with people who make me feel small. I can't work in an environment where I feel like everything I do is ignored or undermined.
But don't you think you could still enjoy working here if you stay? We could make it work.
Impossible. Not when you're here. Not with everything that's gone on. I can't face the same faces every day, especially after everything that's happened.
So, what are you planning to do?
Well, I have a contact who owns a company, and after hearing what happened, he reached out to me. He asked me to join them, and I've agreed. They've got a product in development, and I believe it'll be a huge success, so they want to bring me on board to help with that. I'm really excited about it.
Jake mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm sure he did, but this new company, they want me to help finalize the product and get it ready for market. It's going to be something that really makes a difference. That's why I've made up my mind.
So there's already a plan in place? You've already lined up something new?
Yeah, I'm really grateful, and the terms they are offering are incredible. I won't have to worry about money at all, and I get to work on something I'm passionate about. Honestly, I won't miss anything about here, and I'm confident this is the right move for me.
You really are going through with this then?
You were the one who suggested I leave, remember? I'm just following through on that, but now you're trying to stop me from going? What's going on? Are you trying to change my mind?
I guess I didn't think it through before. I was worried you might regret leaving, but if you're already set on this, then I guess there's nothing I can say.
Exactly. I've made my decision. I'm not staying in a place where I'm constantly reminded of everything that's wrong. Nothing you say will change that. Promise, I heard you got fired.
What do you want? I honestly don't think I have anything left to say to you.
No, I was just thinking about how I haven't seen you around lately. When I asked around, I found out you got suspended and eventually fired. Can't say I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, that's what happened. If you want to mock me for it, go ahead.
I'm not trying to mock you. I just didn't expect it to happen like this, but I'm surprised you were the one to go before me.
You know, I don't care about any of this. I've got Nathan, the vice president, so even if I lose this job, I'll be perfectly fine. My life won't change that much.
Ah, so you still didn't know.
Know what?
Nathan's been fired too.
What?
Apparently, my resignation became a bigger issue than anyone thought. They decided to hold an emergency board meeting, and because of the role he played in all of this, they decided to remove him as well.
So that means he's really gone?
Yes, they kicked him out of the company, and now he's unemployed, just like you.
No, this can't be happening.
I'm afraid it is. They've decided that what happened was serious enough to warrant this kind of action. He's no longer part of the company.
But what does this even mean? What was the point of all of this? You're still leaving, and Nathan's gone too. It changes nothing.
Actually, I've changed my mind about leaving. I'm not going to resign after all.
Wait, what?
I told you I was leaving because I didn't want to work in a company filled with people like you. But now that both you and Nathan are out of the picture, I realize there's no reason for me to go. The company must have realized the same thing, and they've practically done it for me. If they've gone to such lengths to remove you both, I might as well stay.
You're kidding, right? So now you're saying I was forced out of this company for nothing? All of my work, all my years here, my position as the vice president's wife, gone! Everything's been completely destroyed!
Yes, and that's exactly what you deserve. All of it.
What do you mean that's what I deserve? You think I deserve this?
You've made your bed, you've done things you shouldn't have, and now you have to face the consequences. Frankly, you don't have any right to complain about it.
This is unbelievable! I've lost everything!
I get it, but guess what? You've got Nathan, right? Now that he's unemployed too, you two can stick together and figure it out. You're still together, and you can lean on each other. As for me, I don't care what happens to either of you anymore. I'm done. Don't ever come near me again, and make sure to tell Nathan the same thing. I've been getting endless messages from him asking for another chance. It's over. I don't want anything to do with him, and I don't want anything to do with either of you. Promise and Nathan remarried, hoping to rebuild their relationship after everything they had been through. However, things quickly became more complicated. Alimony demands drained their finances, and the stress of struggling to make ends meet put immense pressure on their marriage. The financial strain led to constant arguments, and emotional baggage from the past only deepened the divide. Their hopes for a fresh start faded, and within a year, they decided to divorce. Nathan now lives alone, financially drained and struggling to get by. He never imagined his life would turn out this way. Promise, too, is working multiple part-time jobs to cover her expenses and alimony payments. It's exhausting, and the stress seems overwhelming, but she keeps pushing through. In contrast, I've managed to stay grounded in my career. I've contributed to the success of new product launches, and I'm proud of the results. However, I know I can't get complacent. There's always more to do, and I'm working on a new project that will require dedication and hard work. Success isn't guaranteed, but I'm determined to give it my best effort. I rely on my team for support, and our strong collaboration has been crucial to our achievements. The road ahead will be tough, but I'm ready for the challenges. I'm excited about the future, and I know it will take persistence and teamwork to accomplish great things. Although the journey is long, I'm committed to pushing forward, learning from each obstacle, and striving for excellence, knowing that success will come with hard work and perseverance. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.